Hi, and welcome, guys. I'm getting ready to move, so I had to take a minute because something went through my head. You know what that happens. Let me see what do I got here. I'll put a little music on for a minute. Time to regret, kept his lips wet with this. Whoa, wonder what's wrong with that. Me and my head high, and my tears dry, get on without my guy. You went back to what you knew, so far removed from all that we went through. And I thread a troubled track. My eyes are stacked, and I'll go back to black. We only said goodbye with words. Go back to black. You go back to your go back to us. I love you much. It's not enough. You blow and I love puff. Life is like a troubled drive, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. Alrighty, that's all the music. Hi, Gus. Okay, guys. So I'm heading to fix to go back to North Carolina. And of course I was packing today. They've got COVID Land that's gonna be premiering over on Band.video tonight, 7 o'clock. That's Eastern time. So I don't want to get hung up on here too long. But every once in a while, you guys been around me for probably 2 years, or no, actually I've been online 4.5 years now, right? And of course, I come out, I poke my head, I do something, and lo and behold, I get a strike. And then, it takes 90 days to get that strike removed, right? So, you know, the D thing, well, the Greek alphabet. Hi, Jared. You know the D word, the one in the Greek alphabet. They're saying, oh, here's a variant, right? It's the D word. Then there's lambda. Then there's mu. Some of us kind of thought, okay, they're going down the Greek alphabet. Now, I haven't heard anybody talk about this, and y'all know I do my research. And so, the delta in the Greek alphabet, hypotenuse, got me to thinking. So I want to tell you, I want to show you, I'm going to share the screen of where I'm going with this. Hi, Debbie. And I might be on to something. Actually, before I do that, I am going to share the screen, but I want to bring up something I did last March, right? And if you remember, it was about the bank bailout. And let me see. I'm not going to read it all. Nope, not going to read it all. but I'm going to share it with you. And there's no video to go with this tonight. It's not, okay, so this was JP Morgan to pay $920 million for manipulating bond metals and markets. Now, this came out, this article was September 29th. But in the student loan forgiveness video, y'all can go back and watch it. I brought up that whole thing about the Federal Reserve loaning $600 billion a week to all the banks. And I don't know if you guys, hi Backwoods, I don't know if you guys remember this, right? So, but I did the whole show about that. I read all the articles. The articles are in that link. It's something like, can student debt forgiveness be a bank bailout? So not only that, but we also found JP Morgan took 57% of all his assets off the market. And that was September of 2019. So let's go through some dates. We're going to start there. And mind you, back in 2008, when we had the big crash, what happened? I showed you a little video how the banks work, how you put $1 in, they were loaning out $10. And that's how we ended up with that stuff in 2008. So when Obama got in, you know, not only did they bail them out, Obama didn't, I think the president before him did, Bush. So he changed it so they can then loan $100 out for every $1 you put in. And essentially, they make this money out of thin air. So we're going to go from 2008. Basically, what they did was they kicked the can down the road. Now, 2019 comes up. All of a sudden, the banks are in trouble. And the Federal Reserve is loaning them $600 billion a week. So let's fast forward to October of, oh, I guess I didn't. This is my browser. All right. Let's see. October 2019. Let's see, that was that. We'll get rid of that. October 2019. Oh, dang it, I knew it. Stop! Leave me alone. Okay, let me see if this shares. No, it's not sharing. What is going on? Why? Let me see. Let me try this one more time. All right. Why is it taking me over to there? Okay, there you go. So if you go to Wikipedia, in October of 2019 was the Military World Games held in Wuhan, China. It went from October 18th to 27th in 2019. Wuhan, Hubei, China. It says the 7th Military World Games was the first international military multi-sport event to be held in China. Blah, blah. There was 329 events, 27 sports. Okay, so you get it, right? I'll make sure I put that in the description and see if they don't take that off. So that's one thing that happened in October. What else happened in October? Let me see. Do I have it up? Okay. October 18th, Event 201. Both the games and that went on, started the very same day, October 18th, 2019. So, where am I going from there? Well, I got to give you the dates and I got to show you stuff. So, that's that. I'll make sure I add the link. What happened after that? The very first case, do I have it up here? I bet I don't. No, I cleared them all out. Dang it. Okay, let me real fast look for it. First case of the CIVID that showed up in America. Let me bring it up. I had all this out. I like to at least show you these articles, because then you know what I mean. There's a reference mark. Even if they take out my description box, I'm still showing you right here. What? Now what happened? You gotta be kidding me. Now, where's my... Oh, okay, share screen. So, yeah, you know, and I've had stuff disappear, but I'm getting to a point here, right, guys? So you know that. I haven't been doing this often enough, and I'm a little rusty. So this is, you guys know I'm good with dates. This was, yeah. Okay, it's up here. This day in history, January 21st. Following a rapid spread from its origin in Wuhan, the first U.S. case of the 2019 that it's confirmed from a man in Washington State. Okay, let's see. Spark was first reported. They're saying it was reported in China December 31st. But on January 19th, a man who had returned home from a Snohomish country, Washington, near Seattle, on January 15th, after traveling to Wuhan, checked into an urgent care clinic after seeing reports. So let's just say that's January 19th, right? So what else happened on January 19th? Yeah, okay, I took that down too. And let me see. I got to type this in again. I'm sorry. I cleared all those tabs out. So really, I just want to get these date things going on, right? Okay. This will do. I'm just pulling up any old article. You can, okay, and this was Fox News. Hey, bravo on that, right? So, okay, so let me get rid of this. Let me bring this up just so you can see that there's dates. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love how I put all this together. I'm not all that prepared, but so here was that. T-Man denies Pelosi aircraft for foreign trip after call for State of the Union delay. So this was dated January 17th. Now, but hold on. So if that guy, if they said it was actually January 15th that the first case was found, then this is January 17th. Now, I think somewhere around January 16th is when the impeachment papers were walked over to the Senate. So these dates are a little important. And so that's why I'm bringing them up. So you got the case, then you got Nancy walking the impeachment, and then on the 17th, her and 63 of her friends, while the government, I thought it was shut down or something, because he said, yeah, well, it's shut down. Sorry, Nancy, we have no money to fly you and your friends overseas. So that trip was shut down, right? Does everybody remember that? Yeah, hi, Blind Straight. So now words have different meanings, my people. And like Delta, right? So let's, you search around. It could be a Delta program. It could be Delta as in the Greek alphabet. But guess what I found, right? What do I find? I find, because I'm looking naturally, I'm looking for definitions, right? You could put program in there. You could ask it such as military term. And don't you know, they just had something for that. So I'm going to share this with you. Oh, come on. You go. Sometimes if you have all these things up and they're not refreshed, they won't go. So let's see, where did it go now? Okay, here it is. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh. Did it take? No. My aching bacon. Okay, let me try one more. Okay, it's there. It's refreshed. Let's try this one more time. 3 times the charm. And let's see. Okay. So, can I go full screen? Okay, I'm not going to be able to go. Well, maybe I can. Nope, that is full screen. Okay. Dictionary of Military and Associated Terms. Delta. This condition applies in the immediate area where a terrorist attack has occurred, or when intelligence has been received that terrorist action against a specific location or person is imminent. Now, see, I thought that was all just about the, I thought it was just a variant, right? Like, I actually didn't think that I would, by any means, find that, like, as a military term, really. So then, I got to thinking, hi, Devil Speak. I got to thinking, well, is there a military definition for lambda? And it's just the darndest thing, guys. Sure enough, there was. Let me read you what lambda means for a military definition, right? I mean, curious minds like mine, we just want to know. So let's check this one out. So what does lambda mean, right? Okay. So looking at military and government. Okay, this is kind of an acronym finder. meaning Lambda Legacy Archive for microwave background data analysis, showing only military and government definitions. The Lambda particle is a type of subatomic particle in subatomic particle physics. Lambda is the set of logical axioms in the axiomatic method of logical deduction and first order logic. Lambda was used as a shield pattern by the Spartan army during the the Phoenician, some war. This stood for Lacedaemon, the name of the poles of the Spartan. Okay, poles. I wonder, were they like spheres, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting because it had microwave, and you know, we all think about that 5 thing, right? And then it says background data analyst. So they got Delta Lambda. So, okay, just because they put it out there, and you know they always got to tell us what they're doing, right? So, let's, So let me make sure this is all okay. So what does MU mean when you type it in and say military definition, right? So, wow, MU. I mean, I didn't know that the military knew the Greek alphabet so well. Apparently they do. So, okay, where are you at, you little critter? I know it's a Bing thing. Oh, come on, I just refreshed it. Oh, there it is, right up top. Oops. So let's share this screen. And I'm going to read it to you. I know it's going to look all blurry, but guys, I'll try to put, wait a minute, can I? No, I can't. Okay. So, but, I'll put the links down. So let me read you this. MU, a monitor unit, is a measure of machine output from a clinical accelerator for radiation therapy, such as a linear accelerator or an over voltage unit. Monitor units are measured by monitor chambers, which are ionization chambers that measure the dose delivered by a beam and are built into the treatment head of radiotherapy linear accelerators. So, I mean, I don't think Delta, Lambda, and Mu are just about the Greek alphabet. Now, what else do I have going on? Now, if you remember when I did that show back in March about the bank bailout, I told you that the banks crashed. I told you I thought what we were going through was the cover for the crashing. Now, more and more, I'm even more sure. Because what's going on? USA saying they did it, and China saying, no, America did it. And I'm afraid we're about to go into an all-out war, and it would probably be a world war. So finding the connection to military definitions to 3 variants that they're saying are out there really got me thinking, because I thought it was the Greek alphabet. Everybody thinks it's the Greek alphabet. We even thought the D1 was the cover up for the people that are getting sick from what they tried to do to prevent it, right? So we were like, oh, okay. No. These are military terms. And that whole thing about the terror thing ought to really, really What's going on right now? Wouldn't that be a bioweapon? Who would use a bioweapon? A terror organization? Okay, now guys, if I was going to start, if I wanted to attack my enemy, right? And I'm still sticking to this was let go in Wuhan. It started in Wuhan. It had to be let go. But I think it was let go during those military games. Now, if I had an enemy and I wanted to attack them, say like where we just left, you know, the AF place, okay, if they wanted to do a bio attack, they would get all their people out, all the people that helped us, and then throw that little nasty in there, right? Because really, they're the only people you're mad at. I mean, yeah, they got friends, but you can get them later. So we knew it was made in a lab. We know it. We've known it since probably March of 2020. You know, Dr. Paul Cottrell and all those people. Yeah. We found that out. Hi, Jace. So we know that. But who and why would unleash this horrible thing? Well, we know that bankers, people like JP Morgan, Rothschilds, they're ruthless. They only care about money. If all these banks were in trouble and had to borrow money, they would never admit that they misspent the money again. They misspent it in 2008, and the can got kicked down the road. 2019, the gig was up. They failed again. So it would be stupid during military games with 190 countries, 10,000 people, all these events, to try to get China there, or for China to try to get Americans, because it was worldwide. That stuff spread like rice cakes all over, all at once. If you look back at the maps. So what happened? The 27th, the games were over. They went home. Now, I know a lot of people that got tested for this and came up with unknown. Wasn't flu, wasn't a cold, it was unknown. That was way before January. People I know, they were sick December, November. Well, December, January. I haven't really heard about November. But some, you know, maybe they got tested and it was unknown as well. Well, but you wouldn't throw, you got friends there, right? You got, you know, China had, you know, probably Russia playing in the games. Russia and them are buds. They wouldn't want to hurt their buds. But who would? Who would? Well, if you think about it, the fiat currency was only set up for 50 to 70 years. They knew it was going to fail. When the banks failed in 2008, that means they had what? 11 years. 11 years to cook up how they going to cover it, how they going to get out of it. Because they know somebody going to go to jail, right? Well, what if the bank gave people like the little garden gnome some financing? Said, hey, one day we might need a favor from you. You know, like mobs do, right? One day we're going to need a favor. So, yeah, he could finance all his stuff, his gain of function, and he's got money coming in from everywhere. And he could do whatever his little mind, his little fantasy did. What if, just what if, and now I said this in March, if the CV was the cover for the banks failing? Because look, it doesn't make no sense Hi, good dogs. It makes no sense for China to release it or the USA. Not there, not then. It makes no sense. What does make sense is if the bankers paid somebody to do that. Now, what's one of the best lucrative money businesses in the world? War. Who finances war? Well, the bankers do. They finance both sides. Imagine that. They pay this little terror place to go let that little puppy off and scoot out the background. And because, we're always suspicious of people like China, they're always suspicious of us. And they knew because the military was all there in Wuhan, and this stuff showed up shortly after. They knew that we would be pointing the fingers at each other's. Guys, I don't think Wuhan let this out on us, China, and I don't think the USA let this out on them. It makes no sense. Like 190 countries were there. A lot of those people are our friends, and a lot of those people are their friends. So, bankers, knowing how military is, said, yeah, let's just sit back and watch the show. Grab your popcorn, right? So neither of us released it. The bankers paid somebody to do this. And what they're hoping for is a war. It'll start out as a conflict, like, I don't know, China flying over Taiwan right now every day. Then, of course, if something happens, then people are going to go help Taiwan. And before you know it, it ends up being a WW3, right? Who stands to gain the most? The bankers. The bankers do, because they bet on both sides. It's a lucrative business. They have financed the both sides of every war. And I don't know who, besides having my own channel, I don't know who to go to. But if we get into a conflict over this, it's wrong. It's wrong. We need to take a step back, and we need to say, who did it, why, and who has the most to gain? The bankers. Right, Helen. The bankers set this up, and I'm still saying it was to cover their crash. Exactly, Debbie. So I'm going to make sure I add those links in the bottom. And even, it was weird, Nancy trying to bolt right around the same time that showed up here. That's right. Follow the money, devil. Follow the money. I have not, and I sub to so many people, and I flirt around so many different platforms. I've not heard anyone come up with this. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not telling you it's God's honest truth. I'm telling you the research I did and the research I found. When I found the Greek alphabet in with military terms, it really hit me. What are the chances that the very first D word I pulled up said about an attack? So, and it's a variant now. And now it's a variant. And I'm telling you, if we end up in a game of patty cakes with the rest of the countries, it would be wrong. A lot of innocent, really decent, good people will end up dead. I think we had enough death in the past 2 years, guys. But nothing is ever like it seems. Hi, Biff. And it's right there in your face. They have to tell you. It's just you have to know where to look. It's a little wordplay. And I keep falling down into these little rabbit holes each time. And I come out thinking differently. I mean, I watch what other people have to say. I've even tuned in to AJ, you know. Just in the last week, he said that he now agrees, like I agreed back in March, that this was released during the games. Hi, Paul. I mean, I know everybody that comes in here, we're a small group. Right, backwoods. But we need, well, Congress, they're mostly all backed by the bankers. They're not going to help us. We need like Flynn or Powell. Flynn or Powell. As soon as you get close to something and you put it on the internet, they take it down and then they hide where you got the information from. It took me days to pull up the Federal Reserve loaning those people all the money. And it got buried. So that's when I thought, hey, I must be on to something, because it was right there. I mean, I was talking to the guy at the pumpkin place. Boss man, hey, boss man, did you hear that they're loaning them $600 billion a week? And he was a very rich man. But I needed more information. I had the dates. I've posted shows. I even went so far back as that sub on July 1st, 2019. You know, the one where Putin said that all those people were heroes and they averted a planetary catastrophe, is what he said. I'm still not sure how that ties in. I mean, maybe they were trying to take something away. And do we remember the drill downtown Los Angeles? All of a sudden, in the middle of the road, they're flying down ropes. Then they come out. They're in hazard suits, head to toe. We thought it was a drill. That was no drill. That might have been in July. Maybe Russia, because that was a research sub, and I looked that up too. Some of these research subs, they have labs in them. Maybe it spilled. Maybe they had to close them in, and maybe they all died that way. Maybe it wasn't a fire. Maybe that thing had a booby trap, right? And they were in there, and they all, those 14 men got hit with this and died. That might have been the first attempt. And that would have been right here on our soil. So if that one got scrapped, you know, they had to come up with a plan B. And the plan B might have been the games. Helen says, a USA sub hit something today in South China Sea, I think. I'll look at that later. But guys, you always got to have motive. And you always got to see who benefits the most. I don't think we want to go over. I don't think any country wants a world war, because we got nukes now, right? I could see us putting tariffs. Now, all of a sudden, over there in China, they're taking out all the studies for Western society. They're ticked. They really believe we released it. And we were ticked. They got sanctioned. We really thought they released it. But guys, I don't think any country did. Nobody would win. Not on a bioweapon. Nobody wins. Except the bankers. Especially if they get the war they want, so they could make trillions off of financing both sides. Everybody ends up in debt paying the bankers. But that's all I wanted to really say. It's 6:52. Today's date is 10/7/2021. I want to add these links if you guys want to browse over that and see where I got my information. Now, those other ones, the Greek alphabet, that was just the search page. Okay, here's 10 rows. Let me see. I mean, you guys can browse. There's even a defense loan and technical assistance under the D word. Development of learning. It goes into all that. But right as soon as you click on after the search, military term detta meaning, the very first that comes up, dictionary of military. That's where I went for this. So you guys are going to say, hey, wait a minute, this isn't an article. No, it wasn't an article. It was just a fast search, right? And I wanted to get it out here. Because I think they realize what a mass panic produces the ability of hell of an opportunity. And we saw 2001, we let them get away with it. Yeah, well, it goes back to NESARA, and I watched a very enlightening, and I did a show on it. It was that 3-hour one. I had to take it all down, but I could put the link in chat. This was a 3-part in one. It's 3 hours, 1 minute, but at the very end, it starts explaining what happened to the towers. And if you watch this and you go back and you look at what I just put here, it's going to click in your head. So supposedly, with NESARA, those towers went down. Remember all the gold that was under the towers? All that gold that was under the towers? That gold was there because they were minting new money for NESARA. On that day, on that sad day, when those planes hit, they were remote controlled. They had a payload to them. That's what leveled those buildings. And they did it because they were getting ready to announce NESARA, where all the debt, it would be a debt jubilee. It would be this, it would be that. Why would we have that much money in the World Trade Centers when we got Fort Knox? I forget how many pounds of gold. Why would we have it? Unless what I'm saying was possible. I can't say it's true, but I can say it sure was possible. And, I mean, maybe you guys like to dig around too, right? And come back and let me know if you find something. And I just, you guys know I'm not a stutterer, right? I'm always very confident. I don't want to see good people be hurt over a mistake. If someone did it, they did it. Now we know these people are never going to be arrested. They're too rich. It is never going to happen. Well, maybe one day, but why give them what they want? Because they knew this was all in the plan. This was all, and just imagine all the people dying right now. They get to foreclose on homes. They get their land back. They get the cars back. Heck, they probably get their dogs back. Oh, DS, what'd you find? Helen, it was all planned. And it was a devious plan. If I was the evil genius, if I was one of these greedy, low-sucking scumbags, it would be the perfect plan. The thing is, they never expected anyone to figure it out. They expected war. It would be something that nobody's looking at, Look here, don't look here, but follow the money. They were desperate. They crashed. They got a little money to go on from the Federal Reserve. I'm not buying it. They had the means, they had the motive, and they'd make all the profit. And they don't care if you and me die. They don't care if their mother dies. Heck, they probably don't care about their kids. They'll just knock up someone else to keep the bloodline going. Now, I don't know. I don't know if you're in the military out there. I don't know if you're a general or you're high up. Heck, I don't even know if President T-Man would ever see this, right? But I think I got it figured out. The who, the where, and the why. I just don't know what to do with the information. Heck, I even tried to call AJ, left a message. He has everything except about September. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, it's got to be crazy out there. I'm getting ready to go to North Carolina. My agreement here is done. I'm no longer the maid or the tutor or. So I'm going to be back around where my preps are. I think we're in for some crazy times. And I almost think that people not want to do the roll up your sleever. I almost think that's in the plan. Distribution of wealth, or, little savings accounts, $100 here and there. They'll take it. We're not going to be able to. We got ships sitting at the ports. Nothing's coming in. People are going into the stores. Oh, and I need to tell you, Sault Ste. Marie. 2 days ago, my roommate went there before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, the Goodwill, and a little store called 5 to 1. They were all closed. I left a comment under someone, and somebody else answered. They were out in Washington State. Starbucks are closing before 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Look around when you're out. Look and see, is there anything different? Because let me tell you, what happens when a depression comes, even recessions could tip off a conflict. But a depression, the only one we ever seen ended into a WW. Yeah, well, that's the Dark Winter, and that was about, they did that in 2001, and that's another odd thing. If you look at it, that was a drill about smallpox, the Dark Winter. But doesn't it seem weird it was done in 2001, and when they did this event 201, it's missing 10. Yeah, right, Biff? Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. And I don't know if that would tie in here. But sometimes when you hear something odd, okay, did you guys see the little 2-year-old girl? There was, let's see, I'll pull it up. I'm gonna let you guys watch this. This was a little code I cracked yesterday. Oh, geez. This was a little code that I cracked yesterday. And let me bring it up, right? So this lady, okay. So this lady tapes her 2-year-old kid, and the little kid says, God is coming, or the king is coming, right? And which king would be kind of hard for a little kid to say. Let me get the volume up a little. Let me share the screen, because there was a word that this 2-year-old said that made me it made me look up a word, just a simple word. So I'm going to share it with you so you can hear it, and then I'll tell you what the word.
Yeah? What? Yeah? What? Just tell me, what were you saying? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. You're going up? Is that what you said? Yeah? Up and up? Who's coming? I love you, honey.
How wild was that, guys? So, and you just know that I had to ask, what's ABBA? You know, I'm thinking Dancing Queen, right? Well, no, no. You got to question everything. Everything. Words have different meanings. Abba, noun. In the New Testament, God as Father. Indian, father, often as a familiar form of address in Muslim families. Let me see, was it? Yeah, it was this one. What is the biblical meaning of Abba? Biblical definition of Abba. Abba was a common word in the Aramaic and Hebrew languages and meant father. It was a warm and informal term used in the everyday language of family life. Jews of Old Testament times never used Abba when addressing God, but Jesus used it when praying to his Father in Mark 14:36. Let's see, is there anything else? What is the definition of Abba in the Bible? The word Abba, okay, means father. It was a common term, expressed affection and confidence and trust. Abba is always followed by the word father in scripture. And the phrase is found in 3 passages. In Mark 14:36, Jesus addresses his father as Abba, Father, in his prayer in at Gethsemane. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was, hey, Pugs. Yeah, Salty, I went over there and he was just hosting, and I was in there talking alone, and I got really busy. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing that little 2-year-old say that. And I seen it the night before, and I woke up the next morning and I'm like, Abba. Oh, Abba, what does Abba mean? I'm thinking, dancing queen. But no. So words have different meanings, and when you hear like Jobo saying a dark winter, if you just look up a dark winter, it could be a book, a movie. But if you look up program or drill or so and that's where you find the thing about the smallpox that they did. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Glad to see everybody here. And I'm going to close out. I don't know. I don't even think we need a song. I mean, I just hope this don't get removed. It's got some good information. And I really hope that everybody keeps their ears out and question when you hear something that, and even I was hooked on, it's the Greek alphabet. Like, never did I think it would be a military definition. So you got to play with the words, see, because ordinarily the only thing that would come up would probably be the Greek alphabet. So love you all, and I'm packing to go. So, I usually take the 18-hour straight drive. And I got my critters with me, and I got to jog storage bins around, and I gotta get prepared because it is going to be a dark winter. It really is. And but I hope I fed your heads. Yeah, well, Biff, you scoot around. You guys scoot around, and start asking people, hey, what would you think if this was really it? And if we get more tubers on talking about it, I don't have a lot of people. And I never cared if I did. I never wanted to be a YouTube sensation. I started my channel because my ex was very sick and I stayed up all night. And I used to chit chat. That's the probably, and they took my first channel away. So, and you know, maybe I'm wrong, but everything is pointing towards the bankers. And even if it is, I highly doubt we'll ever see any justice because everybody in Congress is financed by them. They probably get $200 million in some Cayman account or something. You know, so when they send their lobbyists, they pass the laws. Yes, Salty, question everything. So, oh, guys, go over to, let me see. Oh, where is it? Oh, is that it? Band.video. Let me see if I could pull it up and give you guys the link. They're premiering Civid Land, the first of 5. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the one. Okay, it's band dot. I get away with a little more by not using oh, I put bammed. I get a little bit better of a search using Bing, but I'm told that DuckDuckGo is better. But if you guys want to go over and watch this one of 5-part series, they haven't made part 2 yet. We're 15 minutes late, but this is a documentary and it's supposed to be free. You can order it, you know. Oh, let's see. Oh, it says sign in. Let me go over anyway, see if anybody has the direct link. I don't know if you have to sign in or have an account. I hope not. I really want to see this movie, but I really had to get on and tell you guys. Yeah, no, I'm not finding it. You guys, I guess you'll just have to. Oh, one other thing I gotta show you. Gosh, don't I sound like Columbo?
Wear a mask, get vaccinated, and follow all your local health guidelines. Get your medical information from real, trusted medical professionals.
I don't know if I could show it.
Not Project Veritas. Project Veritas just released part 5, and it is the dumbest thing. It somehow beat part.
All right, guys. So I'm going to play the audio to something for you, and I'm going to keep quiet. But here was a boss that took care of, you know, over 100 employees. This is what you got to do. I'll leave the link so you can watch it. It's up on BitChute. And like I said, I'd end up with another strike. But just have a listen to this guy, right? You know what? Screw it. I'm going to show the video. Sure am.
The left, they're not gonna like it. All totaled out, my total roster staff between 4 restaurants was 138 employees, which 46 of those have been vaccinated. For Biden and OSHA and his unconstitutional tyranny, I have to be under 100 employees or require everyone to be vaccinated or suffer a big fine. Part of a small business, there's no way we can afford to stay open and suffer those kinds of fines and penalties. So what I do, I fired every motherfucking vaccinated employee we got, putting us under that 100 mark. Now I'm gonna take their average pay and bust it down and spread it out through the 92 employees that I have still left on roster. The ones that aren't stupid enough to let this fucking government run their life. Hit that hard. Follow for more.
How'd you guys like that one? Yeah, I figured I'd give you a little thrill there. Helen, if you have if you got the link for his Telegram, go ahead and put it. But God bless everybody. You know, I miss yous. I miss doing my digs. I got a little busy over the summer, and now I got to figure out what I'm going to do from here, right? Silence. What is it? Silence secured. Corporations are evil. They don't care about people. They care, you know, about their business. They care about the money. That's all they care about. I mean, look, Walmart workers are quitting on the microphone now. Yeah, Helen, I'll get back into the things. I got just a little speed bump coming ahead. And guys, if you'd ever want to donate, I got a Cash App link down below. You can toss $1 in the bucket on your way out. But much love and God bless all. See you real soon. Oh, by the way, just because I said what I said tonight, y'all know I'm not suicidal. And I don't know if a Mack truck plows into me and it's all totally flattened. You know what they do to people that know too much or dig or get hit. And just so you guys know, man, I'm a child of God. I'm right with God. I'm ready for this. God bless. Get prepped up.